Once again, this song.
Tuned in the mask off. With conversation, we'll rule the nation on face-to-face basis when we blast off. Real on the fast phone, on the turf of the court. Yeah, we here for the sport, so take your mask off. I can hear your ass talk. Let me hear you explain. Hold the thoughts on your brain. Is your ass smart? Spit facts and real talk. I need that shit from the street that make you think real deep and take a long walk. This podcast is hella lit. With my man JD Vince and Skizzo Blizzo up in the damn mix. To take your mind on a journey. Hear the words from a journalist from Boston to St. Town. They hearing it.
From Boston.
Yes, sir.
Town. What it do, y'all? We back in the building, man. You see what it is, man. J Defense, man. Holla at me on all platforms, man. JAYDFENCE.
It's your boy, Big Skizzo Blizzo, back again, a.k.a. Hollywood Skiz. Check me out on Facebook under Skizzo Blizzo, Instagram, same thing, Skizzo Blizzo. You know what I mean?
Man, we got a special guest in the house tonight, man. Lil J Defense, man. Y'all know him, man. Lil Jackifer, man. Say what up to the people, man.
Y'all?
The better half of the Fence crew, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be
you might
better.
learn something tonight.
You gotta be better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you gotta be better than me, man. That's what I created you for.
Know it.
Um,
Shit, let's get into it, cuz.
Yeah, this is what we do, man. We always started off with our joint, man. If y'all in tune and staying in tune, man, we gonna always start off with our drink of the day. When man Skizzo Blizzle comes up with these concoctions and put y'all on to something that's gonna take your little palate to another level, man. What you got for us?
Well, tonight actually, I got something a little simple. I call it Project Pat. And where I got the name from, my mom's name is Pat. She used to send me down to the liquor store that was in the across the street of Projects where these clown ass niggas grew up at Orchard Park.
I thought it was because she was Project. Oh, that
Yeah,
was different.
that's that other shit. She used to send me down to get the Remy or the Henny, and when I was of age and shit, and I used to come back with it. But I made up the little drink. This is the little Remy first, you know, get a cup of ice.
So you
Half
telling me
full.
It's Remy and okay.
I ain't adding nothing.
Okay.
I ain't adding nothing yet.
Yeah.
Put the half of Remy in there. Get the lime. You can use the lemon, lime. I got the lime juice. A little splash of this. You know what I'm saying?
So
don't
you
want
use
too much of
lemon
it.
or lime or lemon lime?
You could both, cuzzo.
Okay, I mean, you
I
gotta
got
explain
lime
it to the
tonight.
people.
You right.
You said you
use-
lying tonight?
Yeah, I'm lying
Oh,
tonight.
okay.
I'm using lime tonight. And the ginger ale. Top it off. Here you go. You put that to, you want to stop. I don't know. Shake it up. Everybody make one yet? Take a sip. Mmm!
Is
Here
that
we go.
Is that why they call you Project Pat?
Project Pat!
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you dancing it. Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
drinking
shit,
and
who
dancing.
that nigga?
You drinking
The fuck
and
wrong with
dancing. And you got a hole in your drawers. Okay, my fault.
Oh, man, cut.
Yeah. Yo, man, so we gonna jump right off, man. That's how we loosen up a little bit, man. Just start off with
It's
a quick
okay.
drink, man. I might have to try that next year. So
Yeah, shit, go ahead. Hold on. I need a little ginger ale more.
if y'all know us and watch us, man, we always start off with a little sports topic, man. How can we not, especially this weekend? AB, man, your boy Antonio Brown walked off the field. This is the story. This is the backlog. I walked off the field third quarter of the Bucks Jets game this past weekend in New York or New Jersey, and he took off his uniform damn near, walked off the field butterball naked, man. What's your take on it? What you get from that whole situation?
Oh man, it's so much to take from that situation, but the main point or what I really focus on is dude got a mental issue, man. It's something wrong with him, I think. You know what I mean? Like he's been acting out for the last 10 years, man, from Pittsburgh to the Raiders. You know what I mean? Like it has to be mental. So I'm not looking so much upon his acts anymore or what he does. I think he's crying out for help, basically, is what I see. I'm not going into, a lot of people say, oh, he's stupid, at it again, doing dumb shit. I think he can't help it. And you know, mental health is a real issue out here, and I think he's suffering from it. So that's the big issue for me. I think the boy needs some help. You know what I mean? It's not funny no more, and to tear him down, that's not what it is either. Because everyone can see he needs help. And if you think different, I mean, shit, holler at me. Like, what's different about what he does? I mean, what do you think's wrong with him?
Well, I'll let Youngblood speak up first before I jump in.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a mental issue, but I'm not sure he wants the help or he even knows he needs the help because he still gets the chances in the league. He won a Super Bowl last year. He knows he can still produce on the football field. So I think he puts that first, and I don't think he cares too much or he has anybody around him who says, like, you need to check your mental, you need to get help. So I think until he does that, or until the NFL says you're not welcome in the league anymore, we're going to keep seeing different types of outbursts from him.
I agree. I agree with that. But with mental health, you can't control it. You can't control it. But I do agree with the people around him. When you become that famous, you should have a team. And his team is lacking right now because someone should be getting him the help if he does need the help. I'm suggesting that he has a mental health problem. I'm not saying he does, but it looks like it to me. And if you have a good team around you, they should be seeking help. So I don't think he can control it myself.
I think one of the always issues is with successful people is your surroundings, like who you surround yourself with. And if you have yes men around you, then they're going to keep encouraging stupid behavior, what have you. In AB's situation, is just like he's so far gone in so many instances where if people really, especially these coaches, like I'm not saying it's their job to change him, make him look a certain way, but it's another thing to enable him. So as long as he has that talent, I think another team is going to sign him. Because another thing that came out was the reason why he left the field is because Bruce Arians said, go back on the field. And he was like, no, I'm hurt.
Right.
He was like, well, then you're done.
Right.
So he was cut. Now, mind you, this is AB side. He was cut officially right then and there. Like, okay, well, you're done.
That's what he said. Yeah. He said he was fired first, right, before he left the field. You're right. Yep. That's what he said.
So now, do I chalk that up to a mental illness? Not necessarily. Like, at first, you're just looking at, damn, AB wilding. Like, why he throwing his stuff away? So now you start hearing the background, the Twitter stuff that he released, him sending tweets or conversations back to Bruce Arians. Listen, get my ankle taped or whatever. You see him here. I'm not sure if I'm going to play. So now for Bruce Arians to come out and say he didn't know that AB was even hurt, that he even had an issue, first of all, either he's lying or those messages were sent years ago, which we doubt. No, I doubt that. It's always two sides to a story. At first, it was AB's wild and AB's gone, and I think that was based off his past history, like what he did in Oakland, what he did with Pittsburgh, what he did in New England.
Right.
So now that we see that it wasn't just that. Now, if I'm a general manager of another team, I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. Maybe AB didn't look as bad as it appeared. If he was cut and all he did was walk off the field, I mean, still not say that was the right thing to do, just walk off from your team. But if a coach is sitting up there saying, fuck you, whatever, like, yo, you're done here.
Yeah.
And then you walk off, all right, well, then I'm done. Now I might be willing to take a chance on that because I'm still trying to win Super Bowls. I'm not here to make you the best father. I'm not here to make you the best individual in the world. I'm here to win championships. I'm here to make money.
Somebody will take a chance.
And if you can make me money, then why not take a chance on you?
Exactly.
So now is that good, bad, or indifferent?
It doesn't matter. It's money. It's business.
Yeah,
and he's still talented. Someone's taking a chance with him.
Do you think somebody should? Do you think another football team should? Or do you think
Does that really matter?
No, just your opinion. I will hope your opinion. Just your opinion.
But meaning, yeah, I think you should. What do you lose? Like, you're not gonna. No one's giving him big money. It's incentives. He has to make his money, so that's gonna make him play harder. So what do you lose? You can get the best AB, which at one point he was the best receiver in the game. So you can get that, or you can get what usually happens, and for maybe less than $1 million. So you take that chance if you're a contender.
Would you take a chance if you're a general manager?
Definitely take a chance if you're in a position of receiver away or anything.
Right.
Just take the chance. Why not?
So now would that change how you both started out saying that he has mental issues, he needs help?
Yep.
Now y'all are saying, okay, if you're a general manager, you would take the chance on him. Is that an oxymoron? Are you saying that he needs help and I shouldn't take a chance on him? Or are you saying that you're enabling him, or you really don't feel that he has a mental issue?
They've been enabling him, I think. So I don't think anything is going to change. I think he showed the signs in the Steelers when he was on Facebook Live. I think he showed the signs again in Oakland when he called Mayock a cracker. I think he showed the signs again in New England when he was messaging the alleged victim. So,
right.
And he got another chance in Tampa. So I definitely think a contender going to take a chance on him because they've shown that they will. And he's shown that he's still productive. And that's the business.
And motherfuckers won a Super Bowl with him. Shit, when he finally cracks up, shit, they already got a chip out. They're up. Tampa's up on what they got out of him. So someone else's turn. And the mental issue is still rolling the dice.
The last little spot I wanted to speak on something else I peeped or whatever. This chick Ava Louise, she's on OnlyFans or what have you. She put out a little tweet saying that she hooked up with him that Saturday night. Yeah. Said that they've been talking for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
It was the first time they was going to meet up. He's sending her messages like, left voicemails like, yeah, I'm trying to hook up with you. Said he was mumbling and all that stuff. Like, she just thought he was drunk. He might have been. But then they in the room about to have sex or whatever. He's like, yo, film it. Like, I want you to film it. So, now this is the night before Big Game.
The nigga cook a duck.
Right. So I'm like, now she could be lying. I mean, she snuck it to the hotel and all that stuff. But she has facts. I ain't on her OnlyFans page, so I can't tell you whether or not she dropped the track, whatever. But that's just another aspect of he might really be leaning more towards out the door and off his rocker than anything. But I still think people gonna give him a shot.
Of course, that talent is too big. It's bigger than the issue itself. Just his talent. You have to, as a business, you'd have to take a chance with someone like Antonio, still in his prime. Well, end is coming there, but Cowboys, let's get this motherfucker, man. He available. Listen, Gallup's down. Let's get this dude.
Hey,
shit,
Belichick,
get us a chip.
Hey, Belichick, we need one. Nah,
motherfuckers need
what we
two.
on now? What we on now, man?
Two. Yeah, man. Shit, keeping in sports, man. You know what my boy doing and shit. Kyrie, best point guard in the league. Nah, they gonna clown me for that. But nah, he's playing away games now, which I don't know what took him so long to let him play basketball. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you think about Kyrie. He's an asset on the court. So this should have been done. But anyway, first night back, 22 points, 4 assists. Fucking outstanding fourth quarter. Like, he ain't missed a beat. And I mean, I think the decision was worth it. Bringing him back.
What you think?
Fuck y'all think?
I think, as a Nets fan, I think it puts the team, like, they definitely need him on the court, but I think it's just weird because their 3 best players in 2 years have played less than 15 games together, and that's only going to continue to be odd with him only being able to play away games. Like, when the playoffs come, is he only going to be able to play 3 games in the series, 4 games in the series? That takes away how you play this given night, how you play that given night, because he's such a dynamic, like, he's a great player, so putting him on the court obviously helped the team, but when you take him away, it changes the team, and doing that on a nightly basis can hurt the team.
I agree with that. Like, I think when you play organized basketball, but obviously no professional level here, no way, shape or form. But coaching and being around teams and playing on the team is like when you create that camaraderie and people are playing together and you're, gelling, and then you bring somebody as dynamic as him. You're not talking about like a eighth man off the bench that can help you if you're in a slump or something. You're talking about somebody that's going to dominate the game. Like he's that gifted.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, he's been away from the game 8 months and still came back. That's how great of a player he is. He came out and looked like he didn't miss a beat. Like he played the night before. But what do it do for the team? Like, and also, if any year you would do it, would probably be this year because the whole COVID thing and how players is missing. It's almost like it's a different lineup with every team every night. So this is the type of year where you could get away with that, so to speak, like because they're bringing up people from the G League to play in 2 or 3 straight games and stuff like that. So
people 5 years out of retirement,
right? Like even Gerald Green, I hope he get a nice shot. He was on Houston Rockets coaching staff. He just retired and he's gonna play in the G League and hopefully he get a shot. But so stuff like that. This is the one year that I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, it's perfect for Kyrie. But also you realize they picked the right time. I think they got like 13 out of the next 17 games are on the road. So, now you're talking about, moving up the standards and so forth. Like, what are they going to do after they don't need it? Like, will they resort back to, you know what, he can't play again? Like, once you're the number 1 seed and locked in. So, or if they win, 20 straight games, like, all right, so now this is really working. It's tough. It's a tough call, man. But
Kyrie on the court whenever you can get him is better than him not being there. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's too good. If you can give him for 10 minutes, you put Kyrie on the court. He's too good not to use him when you can. And all you have him for away games. That's what you do. Shit.
You think that's always the case? Like you think there's no way he could mess up the gel of the team, the way the team moves and operates?
The motherfucker came back. And look what did you see the game? See the chemistry? Not a step missing. So that tells you. Not what I can say is what we seen. Shit.
But the reason why I say that, all right. So you look at, damn, I wish I had the roster in front of me. I apologize, family. But so a person that was getting a lot of minutes that was probably either starting.
Yeah, Patty Mills starting. Bruce Brown, Daron Sharp, 10 minutes a game.
I know you knew.
So it's like. It's the mentality going into the games also. Like Harden with Kyrie, he's going to think, all right, Kyrie and KD can score. Harden without Kyrie is probably going to think, all right, I need to go back to 30-point triple-double Harden. And it's like when Patty Mills is starting getting 30 minutes a game, then it's like, all right, I know I'm going to get these shots now. Once he goes down to 17 minutes a game, it's like, all right, now I got to start hitting these shots because they're going to come scarce. So I think it just changes the mindset of the team a bit.
And that's where I was going. I'm glad you named those names because now Patty Mills been dominating this last 30 games.
Playing real good ball.
And when I say dominating, we're talking about Patty Mills. So him dominating is him averaging his career's highs and field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. All right, so now you're not going to get that same production from Patty Mills if Kyrie Irving's on the team.
You're not supposed to. That's not his role anymore.
We agree.
A better player is on the team now. No matter how Patty Mills is playing, you got a better player now.
Here's the different dynamic. I agree with that, but this is the problem. When Kyrie don't play, did you lose Patty Mills for the games that you're going to need him?
I get that.
That's the concept.
Patty Mills is no young motherfucker trying to learn this league. He's a veteran with chips and plays his role and knows how to. So I don't think it's going to affect someone like Patty Mills more than affect the rookie, Cam or someone like that. So I think Patty Mills will adjust to whatever role he's diminished to because he's a professional. He knows what it takes to win a championship. He knows what he has to do now that Kyrie's back.
I don't want to make this about Patty Mills. I'm talking about just the overall support of Cam.
I'm just answering the question about Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
Who's more important than, he's probably the most important player who's playing well.
Cam Thomas
is a rookie, man. If the nigga never play again, motherfucker, you playing with greatness. Just be happy you on the
I love what you're saying, but that's when Kyrie's playing. when you need these guys, if they lost their confidence,
Not Cam. Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, if you lost your confidence and we know that at the professional level, or at least I could assume that at the professional level, it's no longer about physical. I think
Right.
they're all there physically. It's
Right.
probably more mental than it is anything else. And if these kids, and confidence, so like if those guys been playing so strong these last 30, 35 games, and they found a role, their niche or whatever, and they've been helping you succeed. Mind you, they're the 1 or 2 seed in the East, right?
Yeah.
So now, when Kyrie ain't playing those other games, are you going to be losing those games because these guys can no longer give you that support? Are you going to run Kevin Durant into the ground? Is Harden going to continue to dominate? Like, there's so many questions, I think. And obviously, these ain't questions we're going to answer, but it's just different dynamics. That's all. Like, and I don't know if it's good or bad. I just don't know if it's good or bad. Like, would you just say overall is good?
Excellent.
And would you say overall is good? It's better for the team.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yep.
I would say adding.
play your
I would
role.
definitely say adding Kyrie Irving. Any chance you could get him
Yeah.
is definitely gonna be a plus. But I think it
Right.
might come back to bite them in the ass. I think that if we watch this video in another 2 months, when we going into the playoffs, I think that we're gonna watch this and be like, yo, defense was right, man. Some shit changed. But either way, we ain't gonna keep riding on that. We ain't gonna keep riding on Chris. We're gonna jump into Jack.
Kyrie, MVP.
All right, so now what we gonna jump into, man? Off of the sports joint, man. How we move fast. This COVID, the COVID joint, man. Like now we gonna get into some real shit, man. So COVID, they got this Marion's B2K out here. Nah, no bullshit. The new Omicron virus, is it the Omicron?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a new,
The new variant that's out. They're seeing like million cases a day now.
Like a
That's
motherfucker,
spike.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody got it.
Yeah, that's
Every time I
dominating all
call
the
a
new
house,
cases.
right? That shit is crazy.
And it was crazy. It's like,
more contagious.
you know, my wife just tested positive. My sister just tested.
Yeah.
I don't putting their business out, but now
Too late now.
one thing they said about this new Dance B2K variant is that they're saying it's not as
Symptoms are
harmful
light. Yeah, symptoms are lighter. I mean,
as
symptoms are
the
lighter.
previous
Right.
variants. Now,
Delta.
also a lot more people are vaccinated, so you see how they're changing some of the rules. Like before, you had to isolate for 10 days. Now they cut it down to 5 days. And like now, if you have the vaccine, as long as you don't show no symptoms, you're good to walk around.
But that has nothing to do with the new
Stop
variant.
shaking that in front of that mic.
That has nothing to do with the new variant. The vaccine. This strand is just a less version of the Delta. Like it's more contagious, I think, but no one's getting deathly sick. You know what I mean? The chances of you passing is less chances than from that Delta. It's just more contagious and more people have it, but people are getting over quicker. Symptoms are not more as severe, so that's a plus too. It has nothing to do with the vaccine.
They're definitely not, but it has a lot to do with the vaccine. And in
the
a lot of
virus
cases,
itself has
Let me
nothing to
finish.
do with the
Let me
vaccine.
finish.
But go ahead.
If you're vaccinated, then not saying that it's not strong or weak or whatever, but if you're vaccinated with this particular variant, then you're not feeling the symptoms or even have to sit down as long as you would have with like the Delta variant and so forth. So being vaccinated does improve your recovery time and your health risks is what they're saying. So not saying that, yeah. So
I'm
being
unvaccinated, so that's why I'm speaking on.
Where's my mask at? You still ain't got vaccinated?
Put your
yet?
mask on. Hey,
I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, we ain't gonna sit on that. But also, I did want to add this because I know I don't know if you want to get into why you're not vaccinated, if you should be, could be, whatever. But I'm going to just say this out because we could draw this out so long. Now, Stephen Bancel, who's the Moderna CEO, he's saying already it's going to be a second dose needed by the fall. A second booster shot. So they're already supposed to take a booster shot
no
off
limit
the
to
2
this
shots,
shit,
right?
cuz.
Now, they're saying the fall of 2022, it's going to need to be a 4th shot, which is your second booster shot, right? So I'm hearing this. They say like it's still in the works, and that booster shot won't be available for at least another 2 months or what have you. They're working in the lab. Now, with that said, did a little more digging. He also said in the third quarter earnings results that the commercial booster market sales could reach $2 billion in the U.S. alone. So, got me to thinking, okay, some of the people that I know that did not get the shot, I'm not putting you in that category because we didn't ask that on camera, but some of the people that I talked to that did not want to get the shot were saying, okay, here we go. It's another ploy, conspiracy theorists. They just want us to, start tagging each other, and they injecting us with this, that, and the other. Now I'm looking at, is it a money ploy? If you're gonna make $22 billion just in the U.S., you got to think about all these other countries,
right.
like that's
China.
So now they pushing for a full, like, is it gonna be a 5th one in 3 months after the 4th one comes out? Like,
fuck a drink of the day. I'm gonna do a vaccine of the day, nigga. This shit crazy out here, nigga. Fuck wrong. They wash next week. They put some alcohol. Cause this shit is.
You gonna take a safety pin, burn it in a safety pin, just shoot. You might as well pluck yourself with a safety pin and just pull alcohol.
Yeah, of course it's a money thing, bro. Medicine is a money thing, nigga.
Always has been. Shit. Always has been.
Boosters, all type. This shit crazy. You don't think so?
It's tough for me because a year ago in January, almost around this time, I missed the Super Bowl when Tom Brady won his 7th ring. I had caught COVID. I actually dropped my son off in school. Ain't gotta tell you where you go to school at or nothing like that. Y'all don't need to be looking for Jack. But came back in from Africa, and I had COVID. I didn't have it bad. I didn't need to go to I went to the hospital, but I ain't need no respirator and all that stuff. Didn't lose taste, smell, none of that stuff. I just had body aches, temperature, and chills. Mm-hmm. And they was like, yeah, you got COVID. And I'm like, so what do we do now? They're like, go home, get some rest, take some Tylenol. I'm like, so that's what happens when you get COVID? And that was a year ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know a couple of people personally.
They didn't know it was COVID, though, at the time when
they knew then. Well, this was, mind you, a year after COVID was already out. So I caught it a year ago, and COVID's been out 2 years. They shut down. I went a whole year without catching COVID, being around different people and all of that stuff.
Yeah. And
then I caught it last year in January. So, again, I'm just thinking like, man, how much of this is like business? Like, if you just going home and taking Tylenol, I'm just added to the statistics of another person has COVID. So, like, now you have 1 million people that have COVID. Now, I'm not knocking, like, listen, it's a deadly disease. People have died. I have personal family members that
take Tylenol.
But like I said, I didn't have it bad. So I'm just saying, like, some people did have it bad. So
Tylenol,
I'm not,
no matter what you
I'm not knocking the virus itself. I'm not disrespecting. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be tested and so forth.
Yeah.
Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I had difficult discussions with my family members, my mother, my father, and so forth. But this is a choice that you have to make on your own. Once I had COVID, that's the only reason why I ain't gonna say the only reason. That's one of the main reasons why I went on and got the shot, because I already had COVID. I didn't get the shot till probably 8 months later, whatever, like almost the end of 2021.
Right.
But I was like, I already have COVID, and what they do is inject you with COVID, just like any other,
like the flu
stuff. I ain't ever in my life got a flu shot.
Right.
So I'm like, if I already have COVID, I already have it in my system. Now you're telling me, if I can't spread it to my mother, my father, like elder people are going to be around, Then I would take a shot. Actually, I took it probably about 4 months later because we had our 4th of July cookout. I didn't want to be around the elders and possibly passing it. So, to each their own, man. I don't want to keep dominating that conversation. How y'all feel? We could get off of that.
Shit, we already told you how we feel.
All right, then you move on to the next one, baby girl.
Shit, we on to your boy.
It's a money thing.
I think so too, cause it's a money issue. We on to your boy Trey Songz taking drawers off, motherfucker.
Oh man.
I mean, we'll get into the topic, but this has been happening too much. Like I was on his side in the beginning, but he got cases on top of cases. I mean, he hasn't been convicted of anything, but the latest issue with the UNLV basketball star, was it Dylan Gonzalez?
Yep.
That, I mean, she didn't say he actually raped her, but she was like, she's like, I can't keep it in no longer. He's a rapist, insinuating. So she's saying like he either did something to her or someone she know, and that's just a long list of shit on his resume with this rape and sexual assaults and regular assaults on police officers. Like, this motherfucker in a lot of trouble, man, because it's not a lot of people believing him because it's too much to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a long list of this dumb shit, man. And I mean, he could be innocent, but it's leaning toward like he's doing some of this shit to me. I don't know how y'all feel with that.
Yeah, I agree. When the first accusation came out years ago from Keke Palmer, it was like, all right, maybe it was just like, but now it's been 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like, all right, now something definitely going on. Can't be a coincidence.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't been convicted, so maybe it is a coincidence. It's to be seen, but it's definitely something to keep your eye on at the bare minimum.
Right.
I live by that code of where there's smoke, there's fire. And I remember you as a young little boy, elementary school. My man was slick. He moved different. And he just always was around it. Like, they couldn't pinpoint him. Like, they don't know if he started it. They don't know. Like, he was able to throw his rock and hide his hand type of cat. Like, somebody fell in line, but he was 5th down the road, so they don't know whether he pushed up. But anyway, with all that said, it's like, when it just happens to be, like, 3 or 4 situations where, you was around, or allegations, or people are thinking, or saying that you moving a certain way, typically where there's smoke, there's fire. That's the way I live by it. And it's like,
I agree.
Like you said, even Keke Palmer, they were so-called friends with her. Like, now, was she just high on drugs that night and was like,
I
was high?
believed her. Like,
yeah.
When I listened to her, she sounded convincing to me. That's just my opinion.
Well, the same way you would look at AB and be like, the shit he did in his past would make you come to a judgment today is the same way you would feel about, Keke Palmer was a stand-up person for what we know and everything, and why would she ever come at us false? Or like, so you would kind of believe what Keke was saying, and I agree with that. Like, I believe what Keke was saying.
With that shit.
No, just how, if you listen,
I'm trying. You said
the same trend, the same way you would think that AB is guilty from his past, is the way you would come to a summation of
Trey
today.
Songz?
No, of today about AB. So AB do something dumb, you be like, all right, well, he did 10 different things fucked up. I think he fucked up today. So with Keke Palmer, all she's ever shown us, good, wholehearted person.
Consistently,
so,
right?
Yeah, so why would I not believe something Keke Palmer? Now, if Keke Palmer was out there just stripping butt naked, wilding out, I'd be like, man, she's just some drunk girl wilding out. But, like, it's because it came from Keke Palmer.
And
her past will make you come to.
Got you.
It doesn't make it right, but that's just who we are as humans. Like, it's that unconscious bias of holding on to what you know and what you've seen.
Right.
And again, with the smoke is fire. Las Vegas police was investigating them in November about something that happened at the Cosmopolitan Hotel for one of his birthday parties. So,
was that the one when he was at Puffy's crib and then they moved it to the next spot, or that's something different?
But that must be something different, because this one was in Vegas. Like, Las Vegas police was looking for him. Like, sat him down, had questions for him. Like,
this nigga a bag of dumb shit, man.
Misconduct allegedly in Vegas. Yeah, I remember that.
I just don't get how a motherfucker of his stature is all like.
You can get it. How many times you think Trey Songz heard no before from a shorty? So it's like when he heard it, he's like, "Nah, you just playing."
Right.
Right.
I mean, like he feels like
I agree with
light
that.
skinned R&B singer, top of the world. Like there was a point where he'd get anybody. He felt like so. It's like when he hears no, it's like what? Like you know who I am? Type like entitlement type. Of,
Yeah.
I could see how that could happen.
But what I'm saying is, after so many times, don't you become intelligent? Like, okay, I just did this 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me stop because this can hurt my career. This can stop the bag. Like, is any point where intelligence come in and be like, man, I got to take no as no. You know what I mean? Like, or if that's the case, I'm not trying to convict them.
No, but people
On
are
the
about to do this
podcast.
again. Back to AB. You would say that, okay,
Fuck
after you did all...
AB.
But hold on. The same way you would say, how many
AB
times you gonna
mental.
fuck up... How many times you gonna
That's
fuck up your
mental.
money?
That's mental health, nigga. That's
But
different.
think about it. How many times you gonna say, you know what? I'm fucking up my money.
Yeah, but if you're not sane in your right mind, then you don't know what you fucking up. I don't think nothing's wrong with Trey Songz. I don't think.
And
he
I'm
has a
telling you that
mental
I
issue.
think it is. And I agree with what he's saying. Like, fame is a hell of a drug. And you might not... Mental could be taken any kind of way. Like, just... You don't have to be mentally insane, like taking pills and this, that, and the other. Yo, fame is a hell of a drug. Like, you could be high off fame. And like you said, if I walk in any room and every girl in the room wants me, and then I get that one girl that's sitting up there saying, no, not tonight.
Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Go ahead. You gonna pass that up on mental health.
Well,
He just
we're
fucking
sitting here
reckless.
talking about...
He reckless. Fuck that, man. That's man.
Okay.
Don't
so,
do that.
So, and you can call it what you want to call it. Let me call it what I want to call it. So, let me finish. And what I'm saying is this. I think that he's fucked up just like an AB is fucked up. It might be two different fucked up, but definitely I feel that he's feeling a certain way about himself, which is mentally fucking with him, that he thinks that he could walk into a room, do whatever he want to do, and get away with it.
Oh,
And we go down the line of other people. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, Mike Tyson. I think that the same type
What's
of
wrong
thing.
with you tonight?
Let me just say that I think that
Kobe
these people
Bryant.
are not used to hearing no. And if I walk into a room, and if you're in a certain situation, and I'm at that level, I'm thinking like, you're not telling me no. Like, this is what I'm here to do. I'm going to do it.
I know niggas like Trey Songz. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with them. They just reckless, nigga.
And them niggas got $10 in their pocket, not
I
millions.
don't give a fuck, but
Not
they don't
millions.
They don't need no mental. They don't need no mental health evaluations. They just
Not
fucking
them.
reckless.
Not them.
So I don't think you should
I
give
agree
him
with
that
that. Not
pass
them.
and make light of AB situation compared to fucking Trey Songz. It's completely different. He might need a little counseling, but he ain't fucking cook-a-dough.
Okay, so you don't think that Trey Songz might need counseling? You done heard about 4 different instances
Nah, I think
when a
he need a better-
multi-millionaire could do whatever he want to do in the world, and yet still he not after 1, not
Nah.
after 2, not after 3. You don't think he need no counseling?
I think he need a father figure smack the shit out
and
like,
that's
get
your
the shit
opinion.
together.
And I think he needs counseling.
I don't.
What you think?
I think his mentality is definitely like
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Let him finish, nigga. Let him finish.
I'm
Fuck,
sorry, yeah,
fuck wrong
like-
with you? Let him finish.
Like
That's
I
why he
said,
here.
like,
My mentality is fucked up. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think his mental is definitely like I can get anybody I want. So like
I believe that.
when he hears no or like you know like when somebody's playing hard to get so to speak, like that's just like him thinking like, oh nah, that's me, like I'm gonna get that. So it's like, you know, just mentally thinking like, yeah, I think he just needs to like take a step back. Somebody need to talk to him. He need to see a therapist, something. But his mentality is definitely like, I can get any shorty I want, and that needs to change.
But what I'm saying is I'm not comparing the both because I'm saying I think AB is fucking schizo, bipolar, or something like that, more serious. That's why I'm not trying to put them on the same level. I think fucking Trey Songz might need some counseling, but he ain't fucking schizo or bipolar, I don't think. I just think he's just a fucking dummy who need a little guidance.
You know what I almost equate
It's
that
a
to?
big difference to me.
I know what I equate what you're saying to. It's like, all right, somebody's an alcoholic, but you're like, I ain't no crack addict. Then somebody that's a crack addict be like, well, I ain't no heroin addict.
No, I'm not.
You need help or you
No,
don't.
I'm not.
So that's the way I'm looking at it. Like, you need help. You need help with your situation. That's all. Trey Songz is not thinking in his right mind. Fame is a hell of a drug. Like, I'm not saying he's on drugs or nothing else. I'm not saying he cuckoo bird with it. All I'm saying is that the way he's moving is very reckless, and I think it's a mental mindset. And I think that he needs counseling. He needs help. That's what I was equating to AB. I'm not saying it's the same drug. I'm just saying that he needs help.
But everything's mental. So you know what I'm saying. Everything. You know what I mean. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying AB in other situations are so more severe than what Trey Songz is going through. That's all I'm saying. And if you want to equate Trey Songz shit to he needs mental health and he needs counseling, then you got to equate everything to mental, all mistakes to mental.
Not all mistakes, but also
right.
you keep saying something severe, whatever. It ain't just
bipolar and schizo is way different than what Trey Songz going through. Schizophrenia is fucking way different than what Trey Songz.
Never said it wasn't.
So that's
just
what
like
I'm saying.
Being a heroin addict is different than being a crack addict. Different than being an alcoholic or weed, whatever else you want to name. Right. All of them are different, right?
No, I think a severe alcoholic and a severe I think if you're to the meat as an alcoholic to the worst, I think it's just as bad to me. Shit, nigga.
All I'm saying is, I think there's alcoholics that laugh. I just think that you gotta say some things, man.
Come on. Listen. I seen the worst heroin addict and the worst alcoholic.
All I'm saying is, shit. I think that there this is the way the world lives.
Damn,
right?
My fault.
Yo, listen, this is the way the world lives, right? I know you wild. Yo, this is the way the world lives, right? They always want to assume what they do is better than the next thing. So in other words, you just drink your alcohol. You like, okay, I ain't doing much of it, but damn, this dude smoke crack. Now this dude just smokes crack his day off or after work. He's still a functioning individual, but that's his get high. Right. So how can I sit up here? Well, how can a person sit up there that just drinks casually, talk about somebody that just smokes crack casually? But I guarantee you, somebody's gonna say, "Oh no, that's way different." Like, "Oh, he smokes crack," or go ahead on to the heroin. All right. Oh well, shit, he's on. Oh, how about the pills? Everybody's gonna be able to try to label it their own way. My whole thing is, if you need help, you need help. Plain and simple. I'm not saying extreme, the worst of the worst, or the best of the best. No. What we typically do is say that what I do is okay. What he do is fucked up. Like, okay, yeah, I might have some drinks after work, whatever, but this dude smokes weed all day. This dude might be
but you motherfuckers can't even say what's wrong with Trey Songz. Like what is wrong with him? Like what do you call it?
Well,
like,
we said
someone who's schizo bipolar, which is what I think AB is okay, so much different.
But hold on, you said what you think AB is. We don't know that he is that, but also.
But I'm not even using AB because we're past him. I'm saying someone who's really.
Let's stay with AB and Trey Songz. All right. So, do you think something's wrong with AB?
Definitely.
Do you think something's wrong with Trey Songz?
Not mentally.
Just do you think something's wrong? All right. So, Trey Songz, we didn't have to reiterate everything we already know about Trey Songz. If Trey Songz, he's a multi-millionaire, a popular rap R&B artist, and he continues to find himself into these situations.
I think he's stupid.
There's something wrong with that.
So you don't think there's something wrong with somebody that's behaving that way?
But I think
you think that's normal behavior.
What I'm saying, being
you just
stupid,
think he's stupid.
I think you can fix it whenever you want. I think he knows. Like I don't think he needs any counseling. I think he can fix himself.
How many times would it take for him?
I think AB needs help to go any further.
How many times would you need to see Trey Songz to continue down this path before you say that Trey Songz needed help? Did it take 1, 2, 3, 4? Already we got 4 already out there.
I think I'll still say he's stupid because I have friends like Trey Songz who I know are just stupid and they don't need no fucking counseling. They know what they're doing is wrong, and by talking to them I know they're not mentally ill, which a motherfucker who can't shake it needs counseling, needs medicine. My friends who are just stupid because they're stupid.
And
that's what I think Trey Songz is.
And they're just messing up their $10 lives versus somebody that's messing up millions of dollars.
Stupid can't count.
Yo, stupid still needs help. But anyway, we ain't gonna keep beating the devil, man.
Pick up a book and you don't gotta be stupid.
Head on to the next one, man. We on.
Ain't
Man.
no motherfucking next one. It's
No,
unmasked. It's unmasked
Yeah.
now, niggas.
So what you supposed to do?
Nigga, you know what we do.
There
Fuck
we
me. What we do.
Okay, so no introduction tonight from Twist Face. So,
Hey, you
yo,
fucking
man,
up
what we
tonight.
do tonight? Yeah, okay. So, the introduction's supposed to come from Uncle Skizzo Blizzo, but he's to the meat right now, so I'll do it, man. Listen, we always
Great
top
team,
off our
You could ex.
yeah, we ain't cut nothing. We always gonna end our pod on some legitimate, real talk type
Right.
of conversation. We want to take the mask off.
Right.
Typically, we walk around every day, moving through life accordingly, what society wants us to perpetuate. Like we're supposed to have our shoulders upright. We're not supposed to have your pants sagging off. You're supposed to say yes, sir, no, sir, and so forth. But
Perfectly said. Man.
what we're gonna do is say is right now we're gonna get into a topic where bump what we're supposed to say. We're gonna say what people really want to say. Is where we're going with that.
Right.
So tonight one is going to be. That's why we got young blood in the house. Something lighthearted, but we just gonna keep it like this. Are millennials smarter today than we were as kids? Which is why we got young blood up here. And something like that is where when we were younger, me and Skizzo, not young blood when he was one. When we had our disagreements, our little arguments, like what friends do, like no beef, but hanging out, we used to have our facts. Like, you used to have to watch every basketball game. You have to watch every baseball game. You have to know the stats from reading newspapers.
Exactly.
We used to be like, okay, yo,
Say that
Larry
again.
Bird, yo,
Read
like,
it.
yeah, read it, like, yo, Larry Bird.
Not, no, you just do this.
Larry Bird's the best power forward in the league right now because he averages 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. You knew that off the rip. Like, you just had to regurgitate it, but you had to know what you was talking about and have your facts.
Watching it. Yep.
Nowadays, if you get into a disagreement or when y'all young bloods talk and somebody be like, yo, LeBron's way better than Kevin Durant. All y'all got to do is, yo, what's the stats? So, I guess it's two parts. Like, are millennials dumbed down from social media and having that access to all this knowledge and what have you? And is it better for you guys to have that information up front? And I'll pass that mic to whoever and grab it.
You want it now, young blood? Because
No,
I'm about to say you motherfuckers is I'm more harsh than you motherfuckers is cooked. You got video. You don't get babysitters no more. All we got to put on is PS5 to babysit you motherfuckers for 2 weeks. Like you don't read no books. You're on motherfucking Google and YouTube to get any information, and all you're getting is the main part of it. So you skip the details. Like you don't read books at all. Like that's how you get smart. Like you don't actually have to go to school to say if you read. You know what I mean? Like I think you guys are lost. That's all. Lost like a motherfucker.
Nah, we're definitely more advanced.
What
than
the
you guys
fuck?
are.
Let him
Because
go.
at
You
this
drunk some of this?
Nah.
You want to? Listen, go ahead.
Sip.
Listen, go ahead and let it out.
Let it out.
Because
From both
ends. Like social media wise, like you can use it in a way like, yeah, you don't read, you don't do all that, but it's much easier to get access to reading different books. Like you can just go online, find a book for free that you could have paid $60 for. So I think if you use it the right way, then it's definitely to your advantage. But I also think at this age, I know more than you did at my age regarding like anything like in the world. Like I feel like it's not only is it easier to know more, but I feel like at this age, like we're trying to know more, like we're trying to learn more, we're trying to pick up things like stocks, like crypto, like Black Lives Matter. Like we're not afraid to like reach out and like really educate ourselves on things and try to push things forward and stuff like that. And I don't think like at 19, 20, 18, 25, like that was being done all the time.
Ooh,
and
and
plus
father
with
next, but I know he next.
And
Go ahead.
with the technology and stuff that we have today, it's like it's way easier for us.
Definitely. Okay, that helps
Yo.
us out with the end of your. Go ahead.
Ooh, man, I started off this stuck on stupid, old school, because I had to do it. I had to watch baseball games. Rest in peace, Mama. My grandmother used to listen to the Red Sox games on the radio. We ain't even had a TV channel. That's how I got into being a Red Sox fan. Listening and hearing things, and then we had to look at the newspaper and just that old school way of thinking. And I remember just having phone calls with certain people that's like, hey, listen, what did Larry Bird do last night? Stuff, and I'm being able to regurgitate that information. It felt good to know that stuff because I did the research, that I was working on it, and I could tell you how many players from college, from Nebraska, because I remember Nebraska used to be the dominant team in the 80s. Michigan, stuff like that, like who went there, like who was the number 15th pick. Like I could tell you the draft order. Even with basketball, once we was able to start recording certain stuff, like even when Allen Iverson went number 1 before Marcus Camby went, stuff like that. I remember calling home like, listen, I'm out, like, yeah, record the game, record the draft. So it meant a lot to know this information, but he just threw a monkey wrench in it, man. Like, where I think that these young bloods, they are pushing it forward, man. They are researching. They know a lot more than we do. Probably not the same way we had to learn it or get it.
So
but I would say this. Listen, I ain't trying to sell out. Listen, I ain't trying to sell out. But I ain't trying to sell out, man, because I really want to stick on the old school way and how hard it was.
Oh, man, shut up. You already sold out.
I'm going to say it like this, because the way he put it, and this is why he's the right person in front of us, because I think that social media and the internet can be utilized in the right manner, and it will make it, and it has made it a lot better for society. They have this stuff at the tip of the fingertip. Yo, we used to have to read. Remember encyclopedias?
No, like, talk to your son. Listen, nah, you the fuck out of here. No.
Yo, we used to have to look up everything.
Right.
But now, if all of this is at the tip of your fingertip, if they're using it the right way, how
they
could
don't
that
read
not
no
be better?
encyclopedias.
But if the information's right there,
but what I'm saying is, the information we had, like, to find out something, we had to go back and read. We couldn't get on no phone and punch shit in. And by reading, you find something else that you wasn't looking for, and you get into that. Like, all you motherfuckers do is get on your phone and find out exactly what you want, and that's it. Not with us. We had to go through too much. We had to read this book, go to this book, and we done read 10 books before you.
That don't sound smart to me, though. That just sounds like more work. That don't mean
But
smart.
more work meant more information, and we learned more things by looking for one thing.
At 20, you did not know more than I know right now. No way. Not rolling. Nah.
No, not maybe not knew more, but our work ethics, everything was different. Of course, everything moves forward.
Yeah, I can see.
You know what I'm saying? As you get older,
lazy.
It
make you lazy.
Yeah, it's technology and everything is advanced.
Like
so it's
kids,
not
like children, like you said, just put on the Paw Patrol or something like that, and then they just sit down.
Yeah.
But like, just utilize. You can still like Google and encyclopedia stuff, but it's just on your phone now. So like, you're just finding things like specific that you need, and then you could take it a step forward. So like, I think like just society is more advanced.
You are just looking up what you need to look. We had to read the whole motherfucking encyclopedia. You just looking up, okay, 2 + 6 is 8. That's it. We had to look for, like, we had to go through the whole encyclopedia. The social skills are fucking way off. All you want to do is play video games. We play hide and seek. Everything was manual back then and shit.
I played hide and seek too.
Yeah.
Well, you was
in the house.
there you
In
go.
the house.
Because of your father.
In the house.
Because of your father.
And the big ass.
Yeah,
Nah, but
because
I'm
of your
gonna
father.
yo, it's 2 parts. Because I was going to say
this.
this. Yep, I see you, but you picked up on it. But I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I think you just said the right thing, right? You did, Skizzo. I think that with this social media thing, I agree with what Youngblood saying is that they definitely have stuff at their fingertips. Even when we was in the encyclopedia, we had to go to page 829 to read. So we didn't read the whole encyclopedia, so we're doing a disservice for saying that. But we have to read the whole page, whatever stuff, stuff in the
ethics
excerpt.
is different.
Yeah,
Our word
but
ethics, y'all knew more, but
I'll definitely say this, like definitely, like especially with the cryptocurrency, it's like the world is moving so fast. These kids right now, I even just bought my godson one. Like they got the little iPads for kids. Like, every time we used to have kids, you had to sit on the lap, like you had to read them and talk to them, read books and stuff, talk to them. Nowadays, you take a kid, you just throw them over there in the crib and be like, go ahead on, figure this out. And them kids are sitting right there and they glued to that video screen. So that's the hatred that I felt I had, because I know what it took to raise my kids and the hard work and the interaction and being around the child and that love and affection. And nowadays, it's like I don't see that connection with the parent and the child. Like, I don't see that you have to sit on their lap and that they want or need you. They kind of like, Mommy, Daddy, like, where's my bottle at, and where's that damn iPad at, or let me see your cell phone. These kids are working cell phone. I got parents that's buying $2,000 cell phones that the kids have in their hands, and they're like, the kids is like, and I'm sitting up here like, how do you go on that page, like, so
that's exactly what you just said. 10-year-old just having this $2,000 phone, using it like it's nothing, and you confused. It's different, but they're smarter. It's a different smart.
Right. It's a different.
They're learning.
So I agree with all of that. Now, here's the only
knowing more
aspect.
doesn't mean you're smarter.
Now, no, I think not debating that, but I'm gonna say this, because this other spot I'm gonna tap on real quick is what you just said. The social skills
is lacking.
That's where. So not to say that they're smarter than, because we can't evaluate that. We can't say who's smarter, dumb, or whatever. But I would definitely say this aspect, the social skills, man. I've been around, and this is the last 10 years, easy, where I'm going into rooms, not just kids, I'm also seeing adults do this dumb shit, and it's aggravating to me. But social skills, man, when we used to go to house parties and stuff like that, like, the interaction, like, I like her, and you know what, like, let me touch her hand, like, if you got to rub beside somebody in high school, something like, to smell them or to touch them or something, like, it was like, damn, like, I feel like I know them already. Nowadays, what's your Twitter? What's your Instagram?
Right, but that's social media. It's social skills, but it's just on the phone now. Y'all was doing all that.
Your social skills electronic. Ours were manual. We didn't need a phone or a PS5. Give us a stick, a rock, and chalk. And we made that happen. We invented games and shit.
How to go get
nothing.
it, tag, 11 minutes to have it, all that stuff, like chasing down a female and all that stuff, being young.
So you don't think we would be able to go backwards a step and like lose the technology and still be able to like?
No,
hell no.
Electronics, you motherfuckers would be.
I don't know.
You would need AB help, mental fucking help.
But alright, so with that, so
we gonna leave AB alone. I love it.
So you think if you had technology like when you was growing up, you would be able to utilize it the same way we are now?
On top of
no.
Okay.
No.
I was just checking.
No, you're right. No.
But I would say this. I would also say this. I wouldn't want to. I think that when
miss out on what?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
So what we did? No, for
the feelings that we have. That's another thing. Like, y'all have false feelings to me. Even your friends. I've come into rooms. If you and like 6 of your boys is chilling in the backyard or chilling in the living room, playing video games with us, 2 of y'all are playing the game. Everybody else is like this. When we was out there, it was like two of us is playing, and then it's like he had his group of friends behind him. I had my group or somebody like the way I play. So it's kind of like, yo, JD, get him. Yo, trash can beat you. Like, yo, come on, stop running the ball. Like, it was kind of like we was all engaged. We was all part of a circle. And I didn't even get into the female aspect. Like, that's another podcast, and that's coming up, and I wouldn't mind you being on it. Because sports, everything. But my goodness,
the toughness is fucking horrible.
Yo, to get a female,
you all should be.
We're better though.
Way more skill.
And what? Way more skill at everything.
First of all, the best
men's sports now, like the men's NBA should be WNBA now.
It's way more skilled than it was before.
No toughness.
Oh my gosh! Do you know that they cut
toughness.
out? I'm gonna show you.
We barely had a ref when we was going down.
Do you know that? I'll show you.
You bleeding? That's a foul.
I'll show you.
Not good.
Yo, hold on. I'll show you games. See, look, this how soft they are. Let me tell you. I'll show you games with like, yo, Robin Parrish and the boys. I'm talking about like punches, like, yo, they not listen. So watch it. Now watch this, right? All they got was attack. Right now, if you blow in LeBron's ear, you're out of here.
Yeah, he be like
yo,
falling down. That's not a man. That's not a man.
Yo,
that's not a man. What you all do now is not.
All those players back then, they're better than they were. They could do the physicality. And
who can?
More skilled.
LeBron,
the best player. Take the top 25 players now and take the top 25 players from.
You do not think they're. You know who Patrick Ewing is? David Robinson
LeBron
is.
couldn't go
Alonzo Mourning.
You're telling me Embiid, LeBron, Curry, KD, all them.
They're soft.
Yo,
they couldn't play Detroit.
Curry
couldn't play Detroit.
Steph Curry would have stayed with twisted ankles. He'd have never got on the field. He'd have never got on the field.
He's not getting them jumpers
He'd have never got. Yo, you know how Scottie Pippen? Listen, no, you know that you can't touch the players.
Do you know that you can find a way around that? That's your problem. Y'all thought
that
was the way
to play. If you get around, listen, hold on.
There's no way around brutality.
Hold on, let me tell you.
Second to shoot the ball.
If you get around, can you imagine getting around? Imagine if you get around Kobe Bryant. Let's just say you Steph Curry. You get around Kobe Bryant, and Shaq's in the lane. Karl Malone's in the lane. Dennis Rodman's in the lane. I even go like you said before.
That's a horrible shooting team right there. Just bring them to the perimeter.
That's all they think.
Like
shooting.
What? Like yo, that's garbage lineup right
it's
there.
It's mental too.
Like, yo,
after Curry's a great shooter in this era. In our era,
his father was
Del
Curry.
Yo, what is
it takes a quick second to hit. But after he hits that shot, you still gonna catch this motherfucking elbow to your nose. I'm gonna split it open. So now it's mental. Now that jumper's gone.
Yo.
You can't concentrate
that
the next
down,
time you shoot.
Yo.
Because you know your shit gonna get split.
So how did you guys have so many great players then if that was the way you played?
You see how many bucket noses?
They got over it. They got tougher. Exactly.
But you all don't have the
more skill now.
You don't have the
add the strength with the better skill. They're dominating.
You wouldn't have that part if you're taking today's players. You wouldn't have that.
If that was the game, then you would play that way. Just like y'all play the game now is to be
not
still.
All of them
the rules are different. The rules are different.
Not an average one now.
I'm gonna tell you.
But the best players, yes.
Yo, it's probably a handful.
Them now.
It's probably only.
Wouldn't survive.
It might be 5
points. Like,
it might be 5. Who?
What?
LeBron?
Maybe 100. Maybe
what the score? What?
Not for a team. Like y'all not putting up 130. Like they're blowing you out.
The defense was nobody's
defense.
Golden State's not scoring 130 against an old Detroit team.
You're crazy.
No, hold on. Know what you got to do? All right,
crazy.
Yo, back.
Draymond Green is your toughest player.
Listen,
he's dead by halftime. Draymond Green back in the day. He's on ICU.
Do you know that Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman, like in the finals, like those two was wrestling down the court? I'm talking about, and Karl Malone is built. He's a trucker. Like I'm talking about. Listen, if any of those guys,
he just said
when you bang with these guys, okay, fuck the first quarter, bump the second quarter. When you talk about the full quarter, it's cats that's gonna be out there like, listen, coach gonna be like, he gonna be like, yo, give me another quarter. Like, yo, it's the full quarter. I need you now. They gonna be like.
So how about if you flip it, right? Put them to now. What do you
with the way they call the refs?
Yes.
Jordan would average 175 points a game. He
Who
would
gonna
have
stop
done
Jordan?
What?
Who gonna
With
stop
the
Jordan?
rules
It don't
now?
matter.
With
So
the
you gotta
rules
say-
now?
Jordan, Pippen, Karl Malone, Isaiah Thomas,
So are you
Larry
telling me they're
Bird,
more
Magic
skilled-
Johnson.
So they're more skilled than the players in the league right now. No,
They're tougher.
They're tough. They're not more skilled. Is what
But
I'm
with the
saying.
way, listen, with the way they call games.
It's not built off of toughness. It's built off of skill now. Is what I'm saying.
Right, but
Would you
Jordan,
agree?
but they had both. I'm saying Jordan had both. Is what I'm saying.
okay.
So he would average
And he's the only
175.
And he's the
No.
only one.
Yeah, nah.
Easy,
like,
easy.
Barkley would have
Easy.
average
I'm
like
taking this shit.
120,
Oh, Barkley with
120.
Karl
Like,
Malone,
yeah.
Elijah Wan,
Magic.
David Robinson,
They
Patrick
not
Ewing.
serious.
Yo, them big centers. Yo, do you know what the game used to be?
Akeem.
Yeah, exactly what it used to be. They're horrible perimeter players.
But we're answering
Yeah,
your
yeah,
question.
yeah.
But we're
yeah,
answering.
yeah,
But-
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
answering
But
my
why
question.
would you have to shoot a jumper in today's league? You're saying if they was in today's league, all they got to do is dominate. They're gonna score 100
dominate
and
the paint, scoring that.
120 in the
threes
paint.
is more than twos, right?
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
agree
Go
with that.
dunk that while I pull up from 35, and let's see who else.
All right,
scores.
so
But
now
if
you
you
got
have
to
a
do the same
bad-
thing. Well, hold on, you got to
only-
do the same thing.
everybody can't
Hold
do
on.
that.
You got to do the
Curry,
same
it's
thing.
Not everybody can't
The
do
same
that.
guys that played back in the days, you trying to tell me that they couldn't. Threes was shot probably 10 threes a game back then. It's about 43 shot a game now. You talking about even motherfuckers that shouldn't never even be shooting threes.
Right.
You talking about cats that back in the days it was always inside out.
7-8.
The shooter three was like the last thing you wanted to do. Now you trying to tell me those shooters back in the days, or even Jordan was he stopped dunking on everybody.
Started shooting more.
Listen,
Fallaways, fadeaways.
Always like even his three. Listen, man, but I
Reggie
love it.
Miller.
I love it. We ain't gonna be the damn horseman. Reggie
Curry
Miller.
is the greatest shooter ever. But
Right.
what y'all talking about?
But I agree.
Put him in any generation.
But he had to
the
be.
No, he's not.
He had to be. He had to be.
He would not survive the physicality. He
I
weighs
disagree.
63 pounds.
He might not even
He's
play in the
63
league. He
pounds.
might not
There
even
was-
play in the 80s.
So,
and
why-
90s.
mental.
how did Spud Webb play then? Like how did what's the other
What do you think
Not
Spud
shooting.
West
They weren't
stats
shooting.
is?
They
What do you
weren't
think
shooting.
Spud West
He
stats
had
is?
2 points.
Yeah, 2
3
points.
points.
the Muggsy
Muggsy
Bowles,
Bogues.
like all these short dudes, like they were still in the league playing. They were
Yeah,
starters.
yeah.
And you talk Curry's
yeah.
way
They were
better than
circus
them.
shows, though.
That's what Curry is, and he's actually 6'2" and talented. Like you're telling me if Curry put on 50 more pounds of muscle,
That's what he
He
Yeah.
doesn't have it, though. With this
But
If
skinny,
he put on
If
50
this
pounds of
skinny
muscle, he
nigga-
can't shoot like that.
this skinny nigga wouldn't survive in the league back then.
And KD's busting everybody.
No,
I don't
he
care
ain't.
what you say about his weight. That's too easy.
He getting cooked with Rodman. Rodman is fucking him up.
Scottie Pippen is D'ing him up.
Exactly.
Yo, he ain't
He
getting
shook.
by. Yo, Rodman, Scotty.
He's not getting by them. Y'all
No.
crazy.
Listen, I'm not
Not,
saying. I'm
not
saying.
without a fucking gouge or no, he's not.
Yo,
And that weighs on your mental. Say you get by Rodman, you score. Something's broke, something's sore, something's sprained. So that's your mental. Like, damn, every time I go by him, I get hurt. I'm out 3 games. Like, that goes on your mental. Like Curry, motherfucking best shooter ever. Not in our era, because we're going to give you something to remember. Next time you hit that jumper, nigga, your kidneys is bruised or something, and that weighs on your mental.
yo, I did not do you a
That's just-
disservice. I showed you games. I had you sit down and watch the '90s finals. I showed you.
I've seen
when-
old games. That's
listen,
why I'm disagreeing.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, hold on. I remember
He ain't playing the whole game.
Isaiah Thomas came down the middle, a little guard. Karl Malone hit that dude, split his whole top, and you know what? Isaiah Thomas back out there, bleeding all. Isaiah Thomas playing on one ankle. I'm gonna tell you like this:
Right.
these cats these days, they get a fingernail
Right.
splinter. They be
Right.
on it's like.
Giannis, Embiid, LeBron.
Oh, don't say Embiid.
Steph.
Embiid ain't played the whole
Embiid
season
is soft
ever.
as fucking putty.
He ain't
Y'all
ever played.
crazy.
ain't-
You know these guys is like 7 feet, 210, 250.
That's just a size, not that
I'm
heart, not
saying,
that
yes,
toughness.
but you act like
That's like Cinderella 7'2".
Yo,
That's all.
What?
Embiid is like
Yo.
Cinderella 7'2".
But
Shaq
that's
could
because the
destroy
league
him.
now.
Shaq
I'm
could
not saying
destroy
he's
him.
going to dominate Shaq. That's not what I'm saying.
He's not
That's
gonna
not
dominate the
Bump
league.
Shaq. Do you know who David Robinson is? Who Patrick Ewing is?
He's packing
Akeem
them up.
Alonzo
Olajuwon?
Mourning.
He's
Yo,
packing
okay.
them up. I'm sorry. He's packing them up. Nah,
Yo, oh my
Nah, he's
Yo.
cooking them. Y'all bugging.
Yo, the one thing about party, man, is we
Yo,
love
I'm gonna
it,
send
man.
the same motherfucking counselor for AB to
Yeah.
you.
Y'all crazy.
Yo,
Giannis, like what?
Giannis.
Tell me Giannis ain't dominating in the 90s.
No, he ain't dominating.
Why not?
He'd be a good player. Who is he dominating? The players he would have to play against
are worse now than they are. No,
they're bigger and stronger
and less skilled.
I don't give a fuck.
Like
okay,
he's more athletic. He's longer.
The toughness.
He ain't soft. Giannis ain't soft.
Rick Mahorn would fucking stop Giannis from scoring any points
He's probably
ever.
like 6'5".
But he's a killer. He's a killer. Rick Mahorn might punch you. Is what I'm saying. He'll steal on you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, but we ain't gonna keep sitting y'all.
Yeah,
Keep
we're
y'all
gonna edit
up,
that
man.
shit.
No, we ain't editing nothing, man. It's the full length, man. We gonna drop this February the 15th.
Never.
Listen, yo, we love it, man. Thanks to our guests stopping out, man.
Lil
we had a good
Jack.
time with you, man. Lil Fence, man. Skizzo Blizzo in the house,
know
man.
it.
Get your information, Skizzo.
Big Skizzo. Catch me on Instagram, Facebook, under Skizzo Blizzo.
Yo, hit me on all platforms, man. J Defense, man. JAYDFENCE, just like it's spelled right here. And we gonna go out with how we always go. Take that mask off. That was the mask off question of the night. We gonna always end our podcast on that, man. Low Sense, San Antonio, Texas, y'all. We on it, man.
Fun Bees, boy.
Album produced by Pimp C. Beats by Hoop. Gotta shout out my nigga Boston. Beats by Hoop. Lezo. We coming, baby. You see it.
Unmasked Podcast, man. Hottest thing in the bean.
From Boston to St. Town, and you're in this conversation's murderous. So straight to the point. When I play from the point, I distribute it. Words in the delivery. I give you word from word, from the noun to the verb. When I be spitting this, classmates sentences.
Boston, baby.
I can't dumb it down. I'm never ignorant. Live up in your ear. People have no fear. Conversation rules the nation in here. Now it's time to take your mask off.
Take y'all fucking mask off. Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel, man. Trust that. Mask off.
Tune in next week.
From the burbs to the street. Now you gonna eat when you sit there and chill with your mask on. Hey, Lil Sin, you a fool for that one, baby. Game over, man. Peace.
Hold on.